Welcome to day 9 of Believe Yourself Rich. Let's start off with a short meditation. So just close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, and as you breathe out the busyness of the day. Breathe out any tension, any worries or concerns you may have. Just let it all go. And as you breathe, think to yourself, I open my arms to receive the everlasting flow of abundance. I open my arms to receive the everlasting flow of abundance. I open my arms to receive the everlasting flow of abundance. And then when you're ready, take a nice deep breath and open your eyes. So yesterday we started to notice our thoughts, especially in regards to money and abundance, and to question those thoughts. Are they creating the future that you want, or are they creating a future that you don't want? Every thought that you think contributes towards your future. You attract what you focus on, what you're thinking about, and the universe always brings you what you believe. And we know that our thoughts are a direct result of our beliefs. Our outer world is a direct reflection of our inner world. But you know, everything is possible if you change your thoughts, change the words that you say, and change your feelings. To attract what you want in life, to live a life of abundance and prosperity, you must make the thoughts of what you want be your dominant thoughts. Because every thought about what you don't want is actually blocking your good coming to you. When you focus on lack and scarcity and what you don't have, then that's what's happening. You are attracting more of that to you. So how do you make prosperity your dominant thought? Now, there's a couple of ways. Firstly, start noticing your thoughts and what you say. And when you notice that you're saying something that is creating the future that you don't want, when you are thinking something that is creating the future that you don't want, then say to yourself, up until now, at the end of it. Or just quickly change the thought. Quickly think of something that you love. Yellow roses, the ocean, your partner, anything. Just change the thought quickly as you can to something that you love. And the other way you can do it, which is what Doreen Virtue does, is that she actually says clear, cancel, delete. So she's clear, cut, delete, clear, cancel, delete straight away after she said that. And she literally gets her arm and cuts the air as if to say, I'm cutting that out. That thought's not going anywhere. Another way that you can do it is what we were looking at yesterday, which was creating our abundance journal and writing everything down in that journal. Every time that you see little things happening, write it down, because the more that your mind sees the abundance that you have, the more that it will bring it to you. Because remember, what you put your attention on grows stronger in your life. Now, I would like to tell you a little story about Jack Canfield. Now, you've probably heard of Jack Canfield, or you may have heard of Jack Canfield. He wrote the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. But let me tell you his story. So basically, he grew up with some really negative thoughts about money. He believed that only evil people had money and that money doesn't grow on trees and all sorts of beliefs like that. Now, he went to work for a gentleman called W. Clement Stone, who was a renowned author, and Stone wanted Canfield to set up a goal so big that if he created it, he would know that he created it, that it wasn't just something that happened. So at the time, Jack Canfield was earning $8,000 a year, and he set himself a goal to earn $100,000 that year. So what he did was he put a check of $100,000 on his ceiling, so that first thing every morning he would see it, and then he would visualize what it would be like to have a $100,000 lifestyle. Now, he did that for about 30 days. And remember when we were talking on day 3, how the astronauts actually had their upside down glasses, and it was about the 26 to 30 day time that they saw shifts. So at 30 days, he actually had this idea, this $100,000 idea. Now, he had written a little book, and he thought, well, if I can sell 400,000 copies of my book at 25 cents each, I will make $100,000. However, he had no idea how he was going to sell 400,000 copies. So he actually went shopping, and he noticed a newspaper. And remember how the universe always shows us the steps. He noticed this newspaper, and he thought to himself, gosh, if I could get advertised or get into that newspaper, surely 400,000 people would buy my book. So that was all he did. About 6 weeks later, he was actually giving a talk, and a woman came up to him and wanted to interview him. She actually wrote for newspapers. His article, or the article about him, went into the newspaper, and he sold all of these books. He actually didn't make 100,000 that year. He actually made 92,327. That's pretty good, isn't it? And his wife then said to him, well, you know what? If you can do it for 100,000, do you reckon you can do it for $1 million? His first book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, the royalty that he received, the first royalty check that he ever got, was for $1 million. Now, the reason I wanted to tell you his story was because if he can do it, you can do it. If he can do it, you can do it. Just focus on what you want and just make them your dominant thoughts. The more that you can think thoughts of abundance rather than on lack, then you'll begin to change from the inside out, and you'll open yourself up to accept the everlasting flow of abundance. And you know what? You will be amazed at the results. So today's wealth sheet, if you haven't printed it already, I would like you to pause the video now and to print the wealth sheet. We're going to close with a meditation. It is a releasing meditation. And so after the meditation, I want you to be able to write down any thoughts that came from it. And so that's really the wealth sheet. And the other thing is just to read and review your ideal story, your story. So read that again. So let's get ready, get comfortable, and I will start to do the meditation. So just close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath. And let your neck and shoulders relax and just let go. And just take a few more deep breaths and feel a wave of relaxation just moving through your body. So what is your greatest fear about money? Are you willing to release that right now? Just take a deep breath and tell yourself that you are willing to release that fear and replace it with trust in the universe. Who would you betray if you were wealthy? And in your own mind, tell that person that you love him or her, and that it is really okay for you to both receive the abundance of the universe. Do you believe you deserve to be wealthy? Are you willing to receive? How could you contribute to the healing of the world if you had money? Imagine all those old negative beliefs are written on a blackboard in front of you. And you take a warm, wet sponge and you erase them. And in their place, you take a piece of chalk and you begin to write new beliefs about prosperity and abundance of all kinds. And now, feel a sense of confidence in knowing that the universe always supports you and brings you what you need. Visualize your new story. Visualize what your life is like now that you have your new beliefs. And then when you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the room. Take a nice deep breath and open your eyes. So have the most amazing and abundant day. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.